Okay, that was fucking creepy. My cat wants to come back in again. So, what? You're coming in? Okay then, come in. Make up your mind, cat. Stay in or stay outside? Okay, so, that was creepy. Really, cat, why are you doing this? Do you have food and water? Okay, so, where's my light? Did I leave it somewhere? Why am I always losing things? Why am I like this? This is annoying. Anywho, so I already have foundation, primer, and concealer on, not in that order, as normal. I also already have a little bit of blush on and some eyeliner on because I got started recording earlier, and then my dog started barking like a maniac, which he only does if there's someone at the door, and he was downstairs by himself. And so I was like, okay, well, like, whatever. Maybe it's my boyfriend, maybe it's like a mailman, like, whatever. Even though it's like a little bit late for the mailman, I was still just like, whatever, like, it's probably not a big deal. So I went downstairs, and my dog was barking at the back door. Like, what the fuck? And by the time I'd gotten down there and, like, turned on the light, and I moved the curtain to my back door, there was nobody there. And I even let the dog out, and nothing was moved. Which, like, my my backyard is actually like, the back door opens up to a deck that looks over the rest of the backyard. And the deck is quite high up. It's like the floor to the deck itself is honestly maybe 3 feet up off the ground. Oh, I'm out of focus. So yeah, that was creepy. Anywho, I was talking about the movie Vacancy. And so it starts off with this couple. I can't remember if they were husband or wife or if they were just boyfriend and girlfriend, but they're going on this vacation, and they're out in the middle of nowhere because it's a road trip, and of course they are. And their tire pops, and they have to basically stop their car because they can't drive anywhere, and they don't have a spare tire. And then just maybe like a half mile down the road, or like not even, like within view, there's a hotel. And the hotel owner comes out and he's like, oh, hey, I can offer you guys shelter for the next couple of nights while you guys set up an appointment with the town's mechanic. And so they're like, okay, yeah, like, whatever, that's fine. And so, at first, like, nothing's too suspicious. It's just a guy, making a little bit of business and trying to help a lost couple out. I think he offers them a discount or something since they're wanderers and their cars broke down. So, so he offers them a discount, and they're staying in the hotel room, and they're like watching. They're trying to look for something to do. They don't really have cable or signal, and they find these VHS tapes. By the way, this movie was made back in like 2004, 2005, definitely sometime before 2010. So back when VHSs were still a big thing. And so they're looking for some movies to watch, and they're like, okay, we'll put in this one. And at first they think it's just like some sort of weird porn. They see these ladies naked, like pillow fighting, that kind of stuff. And then they get brutally murdered. The ladies on the tape get brutally murdered. What? Do you want to come say hi? This is my kitty Ash. I'm holding him by his little butt so he feels safe and secure. This is the proper way to hold a cat. Gotta cradle their little butts, otherwise they feel very insecure and they don't really like that. Okay, I think he wants down now. Oh yeah, another thing about cats is like if you want them to trust you like a lot, instead of just dropping them, you put them down slowly, so that way they know that you're not just gonna randomly drop them. Anywho, back to the topic. So the girls are being killed, and they think it's some sort of weird horror movie at first, or like some sort of really bizarre porn, and then they start realizing things about the set. And the things that they realize is basically that the the set is actually the hotel room that they're in. And they look at the angle, and then they turn around and they look up at the vent. No, they look up at the corner of the room. I just gave away a small piece of the plot without meaning to. They look up in the corner and they see a vent there. Instead of that vent is a little camera. And so this is when things start getting interesting. This is where they start like planning their escape, being like, holy shit, like how do we prevent ourselves from being the next victims? And so they're hatching up their escape plan, and a lot of the movie is the hotel owner trying to stop the next prey items from getting away, his next victims from getting away. But obviously the main characters don't want to die, so they keep trying to get away. And they try calling the cops, but I'm pretty sure they don't have service because they're out in the middle of nowhere. But a cop comes in anyways. And what ends up happening is they're about to run out to the cop, and they're about to be like this guy's crazy, he's trying to kill us, he's like making all these snuff films, doing like all this really creepy shit, like all this illegal stuff and killing people. But right as they're about to run out to the cop, they see the cop talking to the hotel owner, which is the antagonist of the film. And they see the hotel owner hand over a tape to the cop, and the cop hands money to the owner. And they're like, holy shit, like we can't trust this guy, like what, like this is insane. And so later on in the film, the hotel owner ends up calling his lackeys, because in the films there were 3 guys doing the killing, one of them being the hotel owner helping out in the actual killings themselves. Okay. If there's one like super annoying thing about having hooded eyelids, it's that whenever I try doing like eyeliner or something, it always, like without fail, gets somewhere where it's not supposed to be. But it doesn't matter because you can't see it when I open my eyes. So let me just get rid of this little like smidge here. There we go. That's better. This stuff's like a gel, so You can just scratch off the excess and make a nice sharp wing. Kind of. If you're more talented than I am. So, back to the story. Back to the topic at hand. So they're running away, and the guy calls over his lackeys, his two murder buddies, and he's like, fucking get them. They're getting away. And I think the couple actually ends up killing both of the lackeys. And there's this one scene where they're like, okay, like we need to hide somewhere inside and make them think that we ran outside. And so there's this kind of narrowish window by like inside of a bathroom. So what they do is they punch a hole. The guy punches a hole in it and rips off a piece of his shirt and a piece of the woman's shirt and ties it around some of the window, or just like hangs it on the window to make it look like they tore their clothing trying to get out. And this works for a while, and the guy is able to get away, and he tells his girlfriend, wife, whatever, to hide up in the attic or in this like hidden vent. And so she does, and the guy is just inside. And so when the other guys come back and they find out that, because they eventually find out that they didn't actually get out of the hotel room, so the other guys come back and they're like, okay, we need to find them. They find the guy, they find the husband, and they end up killing the husband. And then later, the wife comes down after the husband's dead, and she actually ends up killing the hotel owner. That's actually not bad. I think that's the most even that I've ever been able to get them. But I think I've given up on smoky eyeshadows. In the previous live stream that I didn't upload, I forgot what smoky, like I forgot what the name for smoky eye was. So I was just sitting there like an idiot being like, oh, what's it called? Like I can't remember. So yeah, I've given up on trying to do smoky eyeshadows because I have hooded eyelids, and like you can't see the smudge right now when I have like my eye pulled up. Like you can, but like when I actually have my eyes open, as I normally do, you can't see them. So I don't see the point in doing smoky eyeshadow on myself if it like doesn't even look good. And I less look like I'm just trying to be normal and more like I'm trying to do drag, which it's not what something that I want to go for. So let's see here. I think I need to go to Walmart because I found this shade at a Walmart. And I found these two shades on Amazon, which are nowhere near as dark as this shade. But on Amazon they looked like just as dark, but this one looked more purpley, and this one looked a little bit more pinky dark. But yeah, they're not as good. They're not as dark as this one. These are nice for just like casual wear. By the way, this brand Rimmel London, when they say 16 hours, they freaking mean 16 hours. Like, I cannot even begin to explain to you guys how good this lipstick is. Like, I will never stop singing praises to this lipstick. I think he wants out. Wow, that looks so bad on camera. Yeah. Get rid of some of those sloppy. I thought it was. Yeah, this lipstick applies in two steps. First, you have the actual pigment itself. Okay, whatever. I'm getting like a random thing where it's like, welcome to live chat. Remember that all messages are visible. Like, okay, whatever. So, this actually comes in two steps. So, the first step is the actual pigment itself, and the second step is this gel cover. Wow. He has his tail in the door, so I can't just like close the door. They don't want to split his tail. What? Hi. What? He has multiple food dishes around the house. He has one downstairs in the living area and then one in my bedroom. He also has two litter boxes, one in my bedroom that is self cleaning and pretty good at keeping the odor level like down. But not right now though, because he just took like a really smelly shit. Like the smelliest. Like worse than any human poop could ever smell. That is how bad his poop smells right now. Anywho, that was just like so random. There you go. And then you just apply the second step. The only complaint that I have is the fact that the second step feels very goopy at first. Like when it's first on there, it feels super crazy goopy. It feels like almost like those children's squeezable lip glosses. Like hold on, I think I actually still have some of them. Yeah. You know why? It feels like you're applying this stuff to your lips. Let's see. Yeah. Just like I'm applying this stuff to my lips. But yeah, so what else can I say about vacancy? Like, I feel like this is gonna be a lot less awkward in the future once I actually have more subscribers watching, because then I can actually interact with people and we can like discuss certain things about certain movies, about whatever movie I feel like talking about on a certain day. But for now, it's just gonna be awkward because it's just me talking to myself and you guys. But like, it's live, it's not scripted, so it's. Let's hear. I've already said that it's a very realistic movie. I think next time I want to talk about Hush because that's also a very good realistic movie that's actually on Netflix. So if you haven't have if you guys haven't seen Hush yet and you have Netflix, definitely watch it because it's been on Netflix for like quite a while now, maybe a couple of years. Actually, hold on. I think this one's just a little bit too long. Nope, it's died. Okay, whatever. Yeah, this is dragging out. So, yeah, if you haven't seen Vacancy, I'm pretty sure you can buy it on Amazon Prime. Amazon Prime Video, I mean, because it is an older movie, and there's a lot of older movies that you can buy on Amazon Prime. One of them being this really weird old Japanese movie. This one guy showed me at the convention. I think it was called The Metal Fetishist. At least that's its English translation. I can't remember what it was actually like, what the actual title was to look up on Amazon. And that movie was crazy. It's not scary in like the typical sense where the plot actually makes sense. It's more like a very scary music video, really. Anywho, I'll see you guys in the next video, which is going to be part 1 to maybe a 3-part anti-vax series, just because if I uploaded the whole anti-vax video topic all together, it would take days to upload, and I do not have the patience for that. I barely have the patience to upload a 2-hour video that's 15 minutes long, and this live stream is now 22 minutes long. So I will see you all later. Stay spooky.